Hey guys, this is Michael Cheek, and this is the second video for Friends in Low Places by Garth Brooks. And we're going to be starting the verse here. Now we're going to basically carry you from, I'm going to go through the verse all the way up into the chorus. Now I'm still going to be finger picking it myself, but I'm really just going to be calling out what frets and strings you're supposed to be playing. So you can play with this with a pick, or you can finger pick it. It's up to you. Just a reminder though, I'm capoed in the 2nd fret of the guitar, and that's going to change how I'm calling out the frets. Remember, when I say, for instance, the 1st fret, I mean this one right here, the 1st fret past the capo, not this fret. So this is the 1st fret, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, all the way up, okay? And I might make a mistake, I'll try not to, and call these the wrong frets, but if I accidentally do, you'll know what I mean. But again, so 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, on up the guitar like that. Okay, now the way I'm going to do this, break this down, is basically using the lyrics so you know exactly where we're at. Okay, so when the verse actually starts, he comes in with the lyrics, blame it all on my roots, I showed up in boots, and ruined your black tie affair. Now we've got measures of music for each of those. So on Blame It All on My Roots, we've got this first part here, which is going to sound like this. Okay, what we basically got there is kind of a formation of a G chord, but I won't have you hold down the whole G chord. We're just going to put our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the thick E string. Remember, 3rd fret past the capo. And then you're going to use your pinky or your 3rd finger, I use my 3rd finger, to play the 3rd fret of the skinny E string. Okay? So what we're going to do here is on those first lyrics, Blame It All on My Roots, we're going to play this. Okay? So it's thick E string, then D string, then G, then B string, and you wait for a second, and then you play the skinny E string. So it's okay. All right. Now, on the lyrics, I showed up in boots, which comes up next. You're going to play this next chord. This one's a little different. You're going to put your middle finger on the 4th fret of the thick E string. Your 3rd finger is going to play the 4th fret of the G string, and your pinky is going to play the 4th fret of the skinny E string. Okay? Now your 1st finger is going to be back here, basically barring across the 3rd fret of the guitar neck. Okay? You know what we could do to make it easier? Let's see. No, there's no easier way to do it. I was going to cut you some slack there, but you have to bar. So again, just to reiterate, it's 4th fret on the thick E string, 4th fret on the G string, and 4th fret on the skinny E string. And then your 1st finger is barring on the 3rd fret behind that, you know, on the other strings. Okay, and that's on I Showed Up in Boots, and you're going to play thick E string, then the D string, then the G string, then the B string, and then again you wait for a second and then play the skinny E string. Okay, so it's going to go. Okay, so that's your 2nd chord. Now your 3rd chord is going to look a little like a C, but what you're basically doing is you're going to put your 1st finger on the 1st fret of the B string, put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and put your pinky on the 3rd fret of the skinny E string. Okay? Now, what we're going to do here is start off with the A string and go up. So A string, D string, G string, B string. And then you're going to play the E string. Okay, so alright. And the next chord you're actually going to play is going to look like an A minor 7 chord if you're used to that. Now this chord actually ends up in the empty space before the next set of lyrics comes in. So you basically, once you play that third chord for "And Ruin Your Black Tie Affair," then this fourth chord comes in during the time that it takes to get to the next set of lyrics. So that's going to be, let's see, I wrote my tabs down here. I've got, oh yeah, I remember. After you play this, basically, kind of like a C chord, then you've got what's kind of like an A minor chord, like an A minor 7 really, and you're going to play, basically, let's hold it down like this. We're going to take your middle finger and put it on the second fret of the D string. Put your third finger on the second fret of the G string. Okay, and put your pinky on the third fret of the E string. Now don't have your first finger down yet, but it's going to hammer in the first fret of the B string. Okay, but you've got to leave it open first. So you start off with open on the A, and then you're going to play the B string open and then hammer to the first fret with your first finger. So, and then it's going to go E string, B, G, D. Okay? So, okay? Now, after that comes in the second set of lyrics. Okay? So, that was the first section there. Now we're going to the second section. The lyrics that come up there are the last one to know. Now during that you're going to have what looks like a D chord. Basically all you got to do is hold down the D chord. You don't have to do anything weird here. Or at least at the beginning. So if you haven't held down a D chord, this time you're going to put your first finger on the second fret of the G string. Put your middle finger on the second fret of the skinny E string. And put your third finger on the third fret of the B string. Okay? And during the last one to know, you're going to play D string, G, B, E. But this time, instead of just letting it ring out, they actually play a few more notes. So they're going to go, and then you're going to play D string again, then G string. And now you're going to pick up your middle finger so you can play open on the E string, and then B string. Okay, so one more time. D string, G string, B string, E string, D string, G string, open on the E string, and then B string. Okay? Alright, now that was during the last one to know. Now the next lyrics are the last one to show, and during that one it's still a D chord, but we're playing it a little bit different. So you're going to hold down that D looking chord there, and you're going to play D string to E string again. So just straight through the string. So D, G, B, E string. Then you're going to go D string, G string, B string. But instead of going to E string, you go back to D. So you go D, G, B, E, D, G, B, D. Okay? So that was during the last one to show. Now we're going back to that first chord that we played. Looks like the G. So during I was the last one you thought you'd see there. That's going to be our third chord here, and again that looks like that G. So you're going to put your middle finger on the third fret of the thick E string, and your third finger on the third fret of the skinny E string. Okay. Now we're going to start with let's see, the thick E string, and then we're going to go D, G, B. Okay, so. Then you're going to go back to the thick E string real quick before you play the high E string again. And the timing is still the same. Before, when we played this chord, we went, okay? But instead of having that gap between the B string and the E string, we just play the thick E string again. So we go, okay? And after that, then you play the D string and then the G string. Okay, so it's, that's during I was the last one you thought you'd see there. So they're kind of keeping the same chord going there, so we're going to keep that same chord held down, and you're going to go thick E string, D, G, B, and this time you do pause for a second, go E string again, and then open on the D string, okay? And that's where I just let it ring out there, so I go, alright? And that's kind of out there again, hanging off the end of that section after I was the last one you thought you'd see there. Okay? Now, let me change my tabs here. I just got them written on a sheet of paper to make sure I don't forget. Now, the next set of lyrics starts with, and I saw the surprise, let's see, and I saw the surprise and the fear in his eyes when I took his glass of champagne. So, what we're going to do is start with the chord that goes on top of, and I saw the surprise. Okay? So, again, that's still just going to be on that G looking chord, so it's 3rd fret on the thick E string and 3rd fret on the skinny E string. And we're going to play thick E string, then D, G, B, and wait a second, and then E string, skinny E string, and then D, G. So it's alright. And then on the next set of lyrics, it's in the fear in his eyes. So that's going to be, see which one was that? Oh yeah, that's right. We're going back to this chord here where you've got 4th fret on the thick E string, the G string, and the skinny E string, and you're barring with your 1st finger and the next fret back, which is the 3rd fret, okay? And this time you're going to play the thick E string, then then D string, yeah, that's right, just want to make sure. After that, you're going to play the G string, and then the B string. Oh yeah, that's right. I kind of got my chords mixed up. Okay, so 4th fret on the thick E string, then 3rd fret on the D string, then 4th fret on the G string, then 3rd fret on the B string. There we go. My hand's kind of wearing out here because, sorry for the rattles, but my hand's getting tired because I'm teaching the song and holding this chord down for 10 minutes. And then we have the skinny E string. Okay, so it's... And then after that, we kind of have our A minor looking chord again. We don't have to worry about the A minor 7 this time though. It doesn't look like that chord. It's just going to have an open E. So it's open on the A, 2nd on the D, 2nd on the G, and 1st on the B string, and open on the skinny E string. Okay, and what you're going to do on that one, now this is, this A minor looking chord, formation chord, is happening during the lyrics, when I took his glass of champagne. Okay, so during that set of lyrics, you're going to go A string, D, G, B, let it ring for a second, then play skinny E string, then D string again, and then B string again. Okay, so it's going to go. Alright, and then our next chord is the one that hangs out off the end of those lyrics, okay, like we've had on the other measures. And that one's kind of like a bar chord that you may have seen before. And what you're going to do is basically put your 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, and what I go ahead and do is just bar all the way across from the A string down to the skinny E string, okay? And then you're going to take your 3rd finger and put it on the 5th fret of the D string, so, and then put your pinky on the 5th fret. Is that 5? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, on the 5th fret of the G string. And then put your middle finger on the 4th fret of the B string. Okay? So you've got this chord held down. Should sound like that. Now, you're going to play A string, then D string, then B string, then D string. Then what I want you to do is pick up your middle finger, and now you're still barring back here, so now it's 3rd fret on the B string. You're going to play that note, back to the A string, and then it's 5th fret on the D string, which you've already got held down. So it's going to go, sorry. Okay, and that's just the part that hangs after, it comes in after When I Took His Glass of Champagne. It happens right there. And then we've got basically building up to the chorus. Basically, it's just a D chord. After that, you're just going to hold down what looks like your D chord. I know it's not an actual D because we've got the capo. It's really going to sound like an E chord. But we've got our capo on, so it looks like a D chord. And basically what we do is hold down that D chord, and you play D string, G string, B string, E string, and then G, B, E again, and you do that 3 more times. So it's going to go. Actually, you do it twice because you change it. I didn't notice that in my tabs. You change it after that, so it's twice. Then you're just going to play D string, G, B, E, and then do that again. Okay? And you don't change it up, so you go. And after that, they're really building up to the chorus. You just start strumming that chord. And then it goes into I've Got Friends in Low Places and all that stuff. So I know that might have been a little monotonous, but we've got single notes during that entire verse right there, and so it does make it kind of complicated. But hopefully, if you can line up the chords that I showed you with the actual lyrics, you'll know where to play them and won't be too confused. Okay? So thanks for watching, and I'll make the chorus for the next video and anything else I need to worry about in the next video. So good luck playing this.